What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Disgaea 7. In this video, we're going to be going over everything you need to do to create the ultimate character. I'm talking maxed out stats even without evilties and equipment. This is essentially the perfect character to do. Okay, so let's jump into it first, shall we? So first of all, what we want to do is, if we are using a normal generic character, which I do suggest, by the way, because then that way, when the actual ranked battle changes from either female only, male only, monster only, and so on and so forth, you still have a perfect unit that you can reincarnate to do this with. So, with your normal character, what I first suggest doing, okay, is reincarnating it constantly. The reason you want to reincarnate it constantly is so you can actually unlock all of the skills. What you want to do, okay, is reincarnate it into a final rank, so a rank 6 battle master, then use the juice bar, okay, just to max its level out and also give it mana. Once you've done that, you then want to reincarnate again, only this time you would then do a max rank Valkyrie. And you would do this for every single class. The reason for that is that will then give you every single skill available for this class. So you would have all of the spells, okay? You would not get any of the unique abilities, as the uniques are only for the class that you are using, but you will at least get all of these spells, which does come in extraordinarily helpful. Once you have that, we can then start talking about a few other things. Like, you do want to master every single class for that character, as that will give you a huge stat boost when leveling up. And speaking of stat boosts when leveling up, let's talk about the base stats. So these base stats, okay, this is obtained from a multiple amount of different ways. Firstly, the more classes you have mastered, the higher your base stats will be when you reincarnate and re-level. This is also where the stats from your evilties go. Any stat boosting properties on equipment will also go here. Now, attack to speed, so attack, defense, int, resistance, hit, and speed will have a maximum cap of 10 million. Also, I did forget to mention reincarnation points also go here as well. So for my war lady right now, attack, defense, and intelligence is maxed out. So any points I put into attack, defense, and int when I reincarnate are completely wasted here. Now, when they hit the cap of 10 million, you can then put everything into HP and SP. And no matter what you do, okay, no matter what you do, you will never, ever cap those stats, okay? The cap for them is way too high. It will never happen. Other than that, you can also get 1 billion HP, 1 billion SP, and then 10 million in stats from the juice bar. Again, that is pretty easy to get. I do have a juice bar farming video down below in the Disgaea 7 playlist, which is at the top of the description if you want to take a look at all my other guides. So straight off the bat, okay, we have 20 million in stats gained right there. However, there are a few other things we can do, and that is going to take us to our next step, the power seal bonus. Now, power seal bonus, okay, is something which doesn't actually have a cap. Now, when you're first doing this, it is definitely a lot easier to do this with the character Ow. And the reason for that is her main evilties, insane power and daddy-daughter time. The reason these are so good is because it increases her stats and her damage by a huge amount, giving her a better chance at killing stronger enemies, because that is exactly what we're going to be doing. However, this is a late game step. Before you can do this step, you are going to need some stronger equipment. Now, technically, you do not need the stronger equipment, as you can do this very early with just the base 20 million stats from Juice Bar and full class proficiency, but stronger equipment does make it a little bit easier. So once you have your equipment and you've already got semi-decent stats, we can then talk about actual evilties. Now for this, we are going to use a number of different characters. Depending on how weak you are, you will have anywhere from a couple of support characters to having 9 support characters. And then you will have your one character as a killing unit. You also are required to use Suisun for this method, simply due to his main evilties as well, where he will guarantee 100% accuracy for nearby units and 100% criticals when nearby units. Okay, so now that we've gone over those characters, let's talk about our killing evilties. So as you unlock your unique evilties, you get 1 from killing normal ball, you get 1 from completing Carnage mode stage 15, and you can also get 1 once you complete the game by passing a bill in the Dark Assembly for that character. These are the evilties that we are going to use. In terms of order of importance, this is the order that you want them. Assault Attack gives you the most damage, Clear Mind is the second most, and then Convergence is the final one. Then we're going to use Counter Contemptor for an extra 20% stat increase. We don't care about the counter attack, we're not going to be using it. Unstable Power, increase stats by 50%, but decrease by stats 20% every turn. Again, doesn't matter, we're going to one turn this stage. Then we're going to have Full Power Swing. This increases your critical damage by 75% and reduces your accuracy by 30%. Now, with using Suisun, we don't care about the accuracy loss, okay? We're going to have 100% accuracy, so this is a straight 75% critical damage increase. Vital Strike for an extra 50% critical damage. SO Seal. Now, we'll come back to that in just a minute. We have Over the Limit, increased attack by 50% when using specials. However, you will lose 10% SP each turn. Sturdy Bow reduces your accuracy by 50%, but it increases damage dealt by 60%. Full Speed Ahead increases attack power by 50% and reduces your accuracy by 30%. And then we also have Seal of Power, which we will again talk about in just a minute. And last but not least, we have Deadly Footwear, which reduces your movement by 1, but it does increase your damage by 20%. Now, let's talk about Seal of Power and SO Seal. First of all, Seal of Power is the main evility. If you do not have this, you cannot do this method. Also, you cannot create this evility as a scroll. This means that there is only one way to get this evility on a character, and that is the unit that kills the boss in Carnage stage 15. Okay, so once you unlock Land of Carnage, once you get to the Carnage stage 15, the unit that kills the final boss, so the jumbo version of the final boss in this stage, will unlock that evility. And you have to redo the stage for every character that you want this evility on. What this does is when defeating a boss unit in an item world, you permanently gain a portion of its stats. However, that portion is incredibly minuscule. In fact, if you actually want to completely cap out your stats with this, you will then have to kill 10,000 rank 40 item gods, okay? 10,000 item gods with that. So that's going to take a really long time. This is where SO Seal comes in. This multiplies the Seal of Power stat gain by 10. So this takes us from 10,000 item god kills to just 1,000. Still a lot, but a lot more manageable. Now, in terms of how to unlock SO Seal, this is where things are going to get problematic. You see, in order to unlock this, you must kill Carnage Ball. However, there are 4 Carnage Ball stages, okay? And each one of these is incredibly difficult. However, I will have a guide in the description for each one of these, so make sure you check the playlist out for that. Now, in 3 Demons in 1, okay, there will be 3 ball units. Each ball unit killed will give the killing character the evility SO Seal. That means per stage clear, you can get 3 of these SO Seals. But again, you cannot create a scroll with them, meaning the only way to get it is by killing the actual unit. Now, obviously, we do need to get a bunch of item god kills, which means we are going to need a ton of Gensi exits. And no, you are not going to have to farm them from the item world. Instead, what you want to do, okay, is you want to put the Gensi exits into the squad research. Okay, this is really, really important. Just throw them into the squad research. Once they are in there, go to any stage, doesn't matter what. You can either do this with, you know, just fighting in a normal stage 10 times using the poltergas, or you can go through the item world and do 10 stages while leveling a weapon or an armor and so on and so forth. However, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to do just 10 stages. However, I would suggest doing 10 stages in the item world, just so you can start working on getting a perfect weapon at the same time. Now, this is going to cost you a lot of item points, okay? So make sure you check out the item point farming video I also have in the description. Now, we've just cleared a stage there. Now, what you would normally do is you would do 9 stages here. This will take you through 10 stages for the actual squad research. Okay, so any items that you have in here that are only normal quality will have the research completed, allowing you to reincarnate them. The reason we want to reincarnate them, okay, is when you reincarnate a Mr. Gensi's exit and you choose another Gensi exit, you will actually gain another use of the Gensi. So what this means is, because we can research 8 items at once, okay, every 10 stages we do will actually give us 8 Gensi exits, or the equivalent of 8 Gensi exits, as long as we actually choose to reincarnate into a Gensi. Now, if you are reincarnating and the Gensi does not appear, which we're getting quite lucky with right now, one of the things that you can do, okay, is before you reincarnate, go to enhance item, go to the item that is not turning into a Gensi, and then just choose to reincarnate to first generation. This will always ensure that you get a Gensi's exit. Once you've reincarnated all your 8 Gensis, okay, what you then want to do is go back to the item world research squad, dump your 8 Gensis back in there, and then again go and repeat the 10 battles, or just do a normal item world section and come out every innocent town. And then every single innocent town you come at, the Gensis will be finished as well. Upon doing 8 of these, once you have essentially done this 100 times, so once these Gensis have 100 uses, you'll actually have a total of 800 uses, taking you like 4/5 of the way to being done on the item god killing. Once you have all of your Gensis, all you have to do then is get a item, doesn't matter what item, all the way up to the floor 30. Now, ideally, you would go through this manually, okay, to increase the stats of the enemies in this stage. The item I'm going to be doing this now is above a rank 40, and unfortunately we got a really bad stage. But if we look at the items on the boss, as you can see, the items are not amazing. Int is not capped there, and speed is not capped. That is because I just used the squad research to level this up very, very quickly for the sake of this video. So what we're going to do instead, because this stage is really, really terrible, I'm just going to give up and I'm going to return to base. And then we're just going to go in again, simply due to the fact we want a stage that we can easily get to the item god in one turn. And once again, we got a really, really bad one. We're not having much luck with this. Obviously, it's because I'm recording this video, isn't it? Right, let's try once again. If this doesn't work, then what we're going to do is I will just cut to when it actually does work. And of course, we now get a good stage. Okay, so as you can see, there is the item god. We're going to kill him for the stat bonus. So what we're going to do right now, okay, is we are going to bring out all of our other characters. And I just realized I never went over the actual support character abilities, did I? So let's very quickly do that. When it comes to evil teas for the support characters, we're going to use Sexy Aura, which decreases... Oh, wrong character. Where are we? There we go. Okay, so for our support characters, we're going to use Lovely Song, which increases the stats of all allies on the map by 5%. Cursed Dance, which increases damage taken by enemies on map by 5%. These two are the important ones. Ignore Corpse. You only need these two for this method. Also, you can ignore pretty much all of these evil teas as well. The only ones that really matter is Kill with Fire, which decreases fire resistance for other units on the map by 15%, and Spirit Protection, which increases resistance of all allies to all elements except Star by 10%. Last but not least, Noble Cause, which boosts abilities of all allies on map by 10%. Now, you can have this on as many or as few characters as you want. However, ideally, you would use it on all of them if you are still pretty weak. Then what you want to do, you want to take your killer up as close as you can to the boss. Then move Suisun over next to the unit. This way, our unit will have 100% accuracy and 100% critical rate. So if we just take a look at our power seal right now, we have 109 million HP and 563,000 attack. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to use Terrifier to go ahead and kill the item god. So let's just quickly do that. There we go. The item god is dead. We've just gained a portion of its stats. Let's take a look. So as you can see, we're now up to 113 million HP and 663,000 attack. That means we're gaining 100,000 attack every single time we do that. Once the item god is dead, just go ahead and use a Gensi exit to leave the item and then simply proceed back into the item, rinsing and repeating every single time. And you're going to do this all the way up until your character has max stats without any evil teas or equipment. And there we have it, guys. That is the full start to finish guide on how to create the ultimate perfect character. Of course, you can also do this with unique characters as well. They follow all the exact same steps. However, instead of reincarnating for skills, once you have created your unique generic ultimate character, you would then throw that character into the squad shop, the skill trainer squad, make it the leader of the squad, and then you would simply use a normal unique character basically in any stage, because what you can do then is, because they are in the skill trainer squad, any skills the leader has, those characters can then use. All you need to do then is go into a normal stage and just use the skill once or twice to get a level. Once it goes from level 0 to level 1, they will permanently have that skill unlocked. And then you can just go on from there. But though, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this guide. If you have, please be sure to smash that like button and of course drop a comment down below, as it greatly helps the channel out. And if you want to see even more guides or some of the other guides I talked about in this video, then again, check the playlist in the description for Disgaea 7. All my guides are in there. And of course, while you're down there, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more content. As always though, everybody, thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.